Hi everyone, welcome. My name
Hello.
is Dr. Adila Rafiz, and if you're here, whether you know me or not, whether you have done body whispering before or not, thank you so much. It's always such a pleasure. It's always such an amazing conversation. No matter how many times we talk about body whispering in whatever way, something new comes up, even for those of us that have been doing this for a really long time. So if you are new to me, if you are new to body whispering, and if you are new to what all of this is, first of all, again, thank you so much for being here and welcome to having a different level of awareness of working with your body rather than against it, and also listening and hearing the whispers that are always all around you in the world. And those whispers of whatever you want to call it, intuition, knowing, your gut instinct, your body talking to you, spirit talking to you, universe talking to you, your creator talking to you, or all of the above, and everything else whispering to you as well. This is what we are getting into the space of actually getting beyond all of our limitations of how we kind of get to a point in our lives where we exclude more and more possibility. Kind of the older we get, the more we go through life, the more things we experience. Funnily enough, the more things we experience rather than increasing our sense of possibility. In this reality, what will often happen is you become more and more stuck, or you think that less and less is possible. You know, people will start to go through life thinking that they can't change things that are going on with their body. They cannot change the situation with their relationships. They cannot change the financial situation they're in. Once you hit 30 or 40, apparently that's your life and it's going to be the same or maybe go downhill from there. Okay, so all of that stuff is not where I function from personally. It's certainly been a journey for me, and if you guys want to know more, I will share more about how we got here today. um, but basically, my clinical experience or my professional background is for over a decade now. I've been working with clients in practice as a holistic practitioner, as a doctor of chiropractic. I've literally seen thousands of clients, um, thousands and thousands and thousands of clients. So hundreds of clients each week. So thousands of clients over 10 years. And the more work I do with people and bodies, the more in awe I am of what is actually possible, how amazing you and your body is, the things that participants such as yourself have experienced in your life, have persevered through in your life, the things that have happened to you or you have experienced that you are still willing and able to work through and come out the other side and change. You are so strong and you are so resilient. And there is so much magic in what you all choose anyway, whether you acknowledge that or not. The work I do is basically to bring a little bit more cognitive awareness to the miracle that you are and to the miracle that you have available to you each day. Because when we get to wake up and we are this living, breathing, conscious organism that is made of the same, matter as the things in nature, including the stars and the earth and the plants and all of the other beings, we need to remember that. And what body whispering does is it reminds you of who you are before all of that conditioning from this reality kind of piled on. And it gives you access to that space again of actually being able to function from that space of being the miracle. And what will often happen is you will experience healing, you will experience reconciliation in those areas of your life that were not working and that you had a lot of conflict in. You will experience greater levels of confidence and empowerment, because when you come back to your true self, that is who you are and that is what you are here to experience. So rather than actually adding a whole lot of things to you that are completely foreign, I think a more accurate description of what body whispering is removing all of the stuff that is not actually you, removing all of the misconceived ideas and all of the trauma and all of the experiences and all of the limiting beliefs, whether they are yours or they have been placed on you, and getting you back in touch with the true nature of yourself and realizing how magical you are, your body is, how much awareness you have, how much power you have when you are present in your body, and how you can create any and every area of your life from that place of power, presence, and consciousness. When I talk about consciousness, I mean doing things in a way where you are consciously aware of it, you are creating it, you are aware that you are creating it or choosing it, and you feel empowered around that, rather than feeling like you don't know why your life is the way it is. And so body whispering is this wonderful thing, because not only is it a form of body work that offers healing and offers you the opportunity to resolve any issues or areas of conflict that you have in your life, in your body, with yourself or with your environment, but it's also this energy that, for those of us that are body whisperers and we've been doing it for a while now, it's actually this energy that has become part of our life, and we do practically everything from this space of being able to hear the whispers, being intuitively led by the whispers, and creating a life that's greater than perhaps we would have experienced otherwise, because we're willing to surrender and trust those whispers. And so today, whether you have ever experienced body whispering or not, I invite you to kind of start tapping into this energy and to start engaging with the energy and engaging with myself and the other body whisperers who are here, and see what it could contribute to you in your life and your body, your health, your relationships, your business. So as always, my kind of talks or Zoom or anything that I do, I like it to be interactive. I like to answer your questions. I like to make sure that we are fulfilling whatever needs or requests that you have when you come here. So please let me know what you require. You are welcome to type into the chat box or to unmute yourself and speak. But body whispering is now so vast in what it is and what it offers and what's possible that I would love questions to help direct the conversation, because there is almost nothing that we do not cover. So the question is not what would you like to talk about, it's maybe what would you like to not talk about, because there is just so much available. So any questions, comments, or queries?
Adila, there is some on the chat. Do you want me to read it?
I'm actually just reading the chat now. So while I read the chat, if anyone has a question online here, you can unmute yourself and ask. Okay. If we don't have any questions, we've got a few questions in the chat. So a little bit more information. Body whispering, once you do a body whispering class, you not only is it an area and a space of facilitation and healing for yourself, but you learn how to do body whispering sessions on others, and you actually become a body whispering practitioner. One of the reasons it's so easy, per se, to become a body whispering practitioner after attending 1 2-day class is because it is such a natural, intuitive thing that your body leads you in doing. So whether you have a vast experience and background in healing and body work, or you've never done anything like that before, you will still be a fantastic body whisperer and practitioner once you attend the 2-day class. Hence, one of the things that we talk about is the things that you can do once you become a body whisperer. And you can also start to ask questions about what you can contribute to your clients. So we have a question on the chat here from Imelda saying that she had someone come to her because a practitioner had evaluated his baby and concluded that the baby is categorized as an idiot by this reality. Please give me clarity on how to contribute to this situation. Okay, so my first advice as a practitioner and as a practitioner who works with lots of children and babies is, first of all, always get a second opinion or a third opinion or a fourth opinion. There are practitioners that you will find that will be able to contribute, okay? I'm going to speak to this question from this reality because it is based in this reality. And when you're a parent and you receive a diagnosis about your child, no matter how, how different or conscious or aware you may be, it still really affects you. And you still kind of go into panic and you still kind of go into, oh my God, how do I help my child? And it's really important, though, that that parent follows the whispers, as in listens to their gut instinct. So there's a few possibilities here. The child may have special needs, or they may be on a spectrum, or their IQ based on this reality might not be what it is compared to everyone else, but they would probably be a child that has very high levels of intelligence in other areas, such as emotional intelligence, awareness. I work with a lot of highly functioning kids, but they do not fit into the academic reality here. And by the time they come see me, they've often seen multiple other practitioners, but the parents know that that diagnosis is not 100% true or correct, meaning it does not define their child. So you need to just encourage your friend and let them know that that is one practitioner's point of view, and that it would be wonderful and wise for them to get multiple second or third opinions until they find a practitioner that they resonate with. There are humanoid practitioners or humanoid people in every field. We just have to find them, okay? So it doesn't mean that they have to speak the same language as us. They don't need to speak in energy or consciousness or access talk, but you will still find practitioners who know and exist from the place and space that we are functioning from. And so encourage your friend to find and get a second or third opinion, and then ask your friend to look at all of the strengths, all of the abilities that their child has that are not entirely academic. And then you can contribute in whatever way you can. If that child or if your friend is willing to have sessions, if they're willing to have body whispering sessions, if they're willing to have any sort of work done, have their bars run, which is a huge contribution, have their bars run and have body whispering sessions with you, because I know you can do both. Often that whole reality will change. It does not actually matter what that external diagnosis is. It matters how the family responds. It matters how they take it on and how much it becomes their reality, and whether they choose to look at it as a limitation or whether they choose to look at it as a possibility for their child. And that goes for all of us. whatever situation you are in your life, you have the opportunity to look at it as a limitation or a possibility. What would you like to choose? I have people who are really in dire straits when they come to see me as clients. I'm often the practitioner that people see after they've tried every other practitioner. Okay, so you can imagine the kinds of cases I work with and the chronic illness and the people who are just so stuck in their diagnosis. But why are they stuck in that diagnosis? Why is the thing you would like to change not changing? What is the possibility here that is available to you? And would you like to look at that and choose it? Or are you going to choose the limitation? That is always available to you. And your body and consciousness has so much information and awareness to gift you around that. If you're willing to listen, if you're willing to get out of your mind, and if you're willing to get out of the stuck points of view. For any of you that have a chronic illness or condition, your mind plays a huge role in this. Because when you get told that you have something that will never get better, or you have had something for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 15 years, it becomes hard to believe that it will change. You don't actually believe that it can change, no matter how much you want it to change. And this is what we need to look at. And this is where we need to start including the awareness and the whispers of our body in the equation, because we will not be able to get better using our mind alone, because we are so, by that point, we are often so far entrenched into that point of view about how sick we are or how this thing just cannot change. So you need to change the experience you're having in your body. And you change the experience that you are having in your body by including your body in the equation, by talking to the physical matter that makes up your body, by changing the energy from which you function from, and by asking for the awareness of what the body requires and delivering that to the body, whether it is in a body whispering session, whether it is in something you do outside or some other therapy, or probably a combination of all of those things. Anything and everything can change, but you have to be willing to look at it in complete question. Christy's saying that she would like to know more about the Advanced Body Whispering class. Yes, so once you have done a Body Whispering 2-day class, you can actually go on and become a certified practitioner and a facilitator, so that there will be many of you eventually in the world who are doing these classes and facilitating them just as I do. So the road to that is you do 2 Body Whispering 2-day classes, and then you attend the 3.5-day advanced training, which will make you a certified practitioner. The first certified practitioner's training is coming up from the 9th to the 12th of April this year. So it's about 3 months away. And we have those dates. Registration is going up for that this weekend, so that once you have done this Body Whispering class, you can register, and we have an idea of how many people are attending that CP training, as we call it. Once you are a certified practitioner, you learn to do more things. So you will learn then how to facilitate group sessions, how to have advanced training from me on facilitating clients and classes or sessions, which we go into more depth than what we have time to cover in the 2-day class. And we are really starting to build, by the CP class, your facilitation skills and your leadership skills and your business skills in order to grow your body whispering business and to start equipping you with the skills you need to hopefully become a body whispering facilitator, which is the end goal. Okay. If you do not want to become a facilitator, that is not a problem. You do not have to do a body whispering class just because you want to be a facilitator. For many, many years, until this year, it didn't actually exist. So people have done this class multiple times just because it changes their life. For no other reason. Until this year, there was no kind of advanced certification or extra perks you got for doing the class more than once. But we still have so many people that have done the class 2, 3, 4, 5 times because each and every class is different and it is so life-changing. So if you are not interested in being a facilitator or practitioner at all, please don't worry about that. You don't have to be interested in that to do body whispering. We would like you to do body whispering and add it to your life because it contributes so much to it and it changes your relationship with your body, with yourself, and how you interact with everything in the world around you. If you especially love it and you want to then go on and do advanced stuff with it, then please do come along in April to the advanced training. And then at the end of the year, we have our first facilitators training scheduled, which dates will be announced shortly. It will be in the last quarter of this year. Okay, Ritu, yes, you wanted to share. I would love to hear from you.
Yeah, hi Adila and hi everyone on the group. So my network might not be very strong. I'm in my car traveling. So I would just like to share my personal experience with the body whispering class. The first one I took last year was live class with Adila in Mumbai, and that was after that class, first time in my life, I experienced how to be a pain-free body. So that was like, yeah, I think I've never got a chance to express this to you, Adila. Yeah, but like energetically, it's like I think I breathe this energy now. And it was such a profound shift and change that, like, really, is this a possibility where your body can be without pain for months and months together? And yeah, and to my, I think it wasn't about thinking. Then further on, like, my body chose to hop on this November again for my second class. And this time again, how we are talking, Adila, is just like, it's not the mind which is taking me forward in my life. It's just the body whisper, the the energy of what you have created on this planet. Trust me, Adila, I think you are yet not realizing the gift you have created. It's too mind blowing. It's out of the world. The experiences I get is like totally unexplainable. It's with my own body, with my life, and for people those who I am facilitating. I get testimonies which actually bring tears, totally tears, and I have no words to express this gratitude to you. And I thought today would be the best platform to express in front of all how many ever people are here and those who will watch in future. You must, guys, experience this energy at least one time in life for sure, and take forward from there. So I'm in extreme gratitude to you, Adila, and all the people working towards to bring this energy on the planet in a way it is asking forward. So that's all I just want to express, and just want to let everybody know that if you're looking for a pain-free body, go for it, guys. Your body can show up in a manner which is beyond the explanation of our mind. Totally. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's mind blowing. Thank you so much. Uh, yeah. So I don't get to, like, there are many people that months later, years later, like Ritu's telling me this over a year later since she attended the class in Mumbai, and I don't actually get to hear all of the miracles that happen, but when I do hear them, I'm often lost for words. So it's not that I don't know, I don't want to say anything. I just, the gratitude I have for you finding the words and being able to share that. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So what are the prerequisites for body whispering is a question. There are absolutely no prerequisites. So this is a class where if you're meant to be here, if it's been pulling on you, if it's been whispering to you, follow the whispers, you'll probably end up in the class. And when you do, the thing that people say most often is, I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't actually know why I'm here, but my body just made me be here, whether it's online or in the live class. And that's when you know that you're meant to be there. And so there are no prerequisites. We follow the whispers of the universe, and you will receive everything you need to in the class. So if you're wondering if you have enough information or experience to attend the class, you don't have to worry about that. You are able to attend no matter who you are and what your background is. And in this class, you will receive facilitation to change your life. You will receive healing for your body. You will learn how to do the body whispering session for yourself. You'll learn how to do it on another person who is in the room with you or via distance. We partner you up so that you do multiple swaps throughout the class. And you leave with your manual and your class recordings, and we have ongoing practitioner meetings so that there is a lot of information and support that is ongoing for you. So no matter what your level of experience or what your previous kind of life situation is until now, it does not impact what you will get out of the class. So there's a question here about how can one be in communion with the body and let go of doubts and negativity and change the situation that is not changing in your life? So there's a couple of things. When there is a lie, when there is mistruths or misinformation, and when there is conflict internally, so within yourself, you will not have those things. You will not have communion with your body. You will not have peace, and you will feel like you cannot change the situation that you want to change, no matter how much you try. So what happens in the body whispering class, it doesn't matter how I describe it or what actually we do. The end result is that conflict that is internal, the conflict between you and your body or your past, what happened to you as a child, what happened to your parents, how you show up in your body, the fact that there is pain in your body, whatever it is that there is conflict about in your life, that is what we are addressing and healing in the class. And the greatest difference is that this class, because of my background and who I am, like the way that I practice the work that I do and the information that I have, we are not just doing one level of work, meaning in the body whispering class, it's not just energy work, it's not just body work, it's not just cognitive information, it is all of those things. So I believe in order to completely change something, you need to change it at 3 levels. You need to change it physically, so in your physical body. You need to change it mentally, so how you think about it, what your mind believes about it. and you need to change it energetically. So the energy, your subconscious beliefs, your limiting beliefs that you may or may not know exist, that needs to be cleared also. So many modalities. I started out as a chiropractor, only look at one aspect or the other. So only looking at the physical, or only looking at the energetic, or only trying to change things by using your mind and talking through it, like traditional counseling or talk therapy. I don't believe any of those things work holistically, because something's always being left out. So with Body Whispering, what we are doing is we are incorporating all three levels of change that is required to completely change something and to truly heal it. So I have people that have literally, I might actually try and find some of those testimonials, they have been in therapy for like 10 years. And then we change something in 1 or 2 body whispering sessions. People who have tried everything else, as I say, and then in a few short sessions, their whole life changes with body whispering. Because in order to truly change and heal and reconcile, you cannot just do it mentally in your mind, or you cannot just take the action but not change the energy, or you cannot just change all the energy and do all the clearings but not change anything in your physical world or change how you think about it. So when we only address 1 or 2 of those aspects, I think that we are still setting ourselves up for failure in terms of really healing something for good. When we include all of those aspects, I think that is when true healing actually occurs. And I think that's why body whispering creates such amazing results, whether we know it or not. What the body whispering energy does and what the sessions do is, you know, when I'm training people to be practitioners and facilitators, I tell you what to say and what questions to ask and how to touch the body and how to follow the energy and how to clear stuff. Because as a practitioner, but also as a client or a patient, that is what has worked for me. And that is what is required, in my belief, to actually change things. And so if you haven't received that information before, it's very frustrating, because you will be trying to change something at one level and you might be trying for years and years and years and it's still not changing. But we have to change it at all 3 layers. And we have to do it in a way that is congruent and true for you. So again, with body whispering, no 2 sessions are the same, no 2 classes are the same. You know, what I do in a body whispering session for you will be completely different what someone else does in a body whispering session for me. Because the point of the session is we follow the whispers for what that body requires in order to release or heal or let go of whatever it needs to. So that is the beauty of it. And I think that is why it works, and it works so fantastically. And it's why it creates results that I cannot take responsibility for. This is not that I'm doing it, okay? It's that this has all just come together and the energy's been downloaded, the information's been downloaded, but because of my background and the training that I have the cognitive information and the words as well from this reality to put it all together for you, so that for a lot of people, this finally clicks and makes sense and allows them to create the change that they're looking for. How do we enroll for the class? That is such a good question. Okay, so how do you enroll for the class is you're going to go on the link that we're going to post right here. You can choose your payment option and you basically put in all your details. You'll automatically be registered as soon as your payment goes through, it's all online and it's all automated now. So as soon as your payment goes through, you will have access to the manual, you'll have access to the Zoom link for the class, and all of your replays will be uploaded. You get all of the information you require. So we're going to post the link here, but if you're watching this later, if you just go to my website and look under the classes and events page, you will see the Body Whispering class link, okay? The fees, so we do two things. We have country pricing, so that if you are from America, Europe, UK, you pay $6.99 for the class, and if you're repeating it, you pay $5.99. And if you are from a country like Australia, New Zealand, the Pacific Islands, Asia, where there is a huge variance to the American dollar, we have a slightly reduced price to allocate for that. So it is then $5.99 for, we call it List B countries, or it's $4.99 if you are repeating. And if you would like to do business whispering, which is coming up next month, where we look at how to create your business and your finances from this, using the same concept, following the whispers, being in communion and communication with your business and creating from that space, you can choose a package where you will get a further discount for choosing both classes. Okay, all of that information is on the registration link. Cool. The prerequisites to doing the Facilitators class is you do the 2 body whispering classes to attend the advanced class, which is 3.5 days. You then, from there on, you need to then attend the Facilitators class training, which is 5 days. And you also need to complete with me a Facilitator training program that is ongoing. So it's not something that's going to stop you from being able to attend those classes and graduate as a facilitator, but it is an ongoing prerequisite. So I will go into that more for people who have met the prerequisites. And we have a table and a chart with the classes, the scheduled dates for the year, and the prices as well. All of that stuff is ready to go. That information is there. We will share it with you in a link, or we will send it out with the recording, okay? Okay, right, so how are we going? Any questions, comments, or queries coming up at this point?
Hello,
So
Adela.
yes, go for it.
Yeah, Adela, I guess someone is asking about, there is one question on the chat about that from Priyanka. I will repost the question to the chat.
Priyanka.
Imelda, I think it's about paralysis. Is that the one that you're referring to?
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Okay. Sorry, I missed that. Give me 1 second. Does it help in paralysis healing? Can I include it with access body processes simultaneously? Okay, yes. Yes, you can. You can add body whispering to any modality you already do. I do and did many modalities, and this wasn't something that was meant to then be something else that I had to do separately. It is something to add to whatever you are doing. And sometimes it's just, you can add the energy of body whispering to anything you already do, or it's more that you will take the concepts that you learn about how to actually follow energy, how to actually listen to the whispers of the body, how not to let your mind or your judgments or your conclusions take over. So taking the concepts or the practical skills you learn about how to be a practitioner from this class helps you, it is my hope, to be a better practitioner in any modality that you also practice in. So body whispering is not an exclusionary modality. You can add it to anything you already do, you can take the things you learn and apply it to any other practice that you practice. Or if you do not do anything else, it is a very comprehensive modality on its own, and you'll be perfectly fine and getting great results even if you don't do anything else. Paralysis healing. I'm assuming that means someone is paralyzed and you're asking if it will help. Now, help is open to definition. Will it cure them of their paralysis? There is no way I'm going to make that promise to you, okay? The body does what the body does for many reasons. What is the greatness or the possibility in that body choosing that? Will body whispering contribute to the body? Yes. Will it allow that person more information, awareness, or choice, whether it is cognitively or subconsciously? Yes. Will it give that person more ease with their body? Yes. Will it help you maybe if you are vested in the outcome? Yes. Will it heal a person of paralysis? I have absolutely no idea. Is it possible? Yes. Is it guaranteed? No. And that goes for any illness or anything that you are using body whispering for. One of the premises of body whispering is, why does the body have that thing that you are trying to heal? So the thing that is the issue or the problem is what I call the symptom. It's the surface layer. So whether it's paralysis, whether it is acne, whether someone's hair is falling out, whether someone has incredible pain in their body, that is just the symptom. That's just the surface layer. My question is, why is that occurring? What is the body telling us by having that symptom that you are experiencing? So we go underneath, we look at what's being created, why the body is doing that, what it's trying to change or heal by doing that, what it is trying to cope with, what it is trying to get you to pay attention to, what you require to change in order to change that symptom from occurring. And when you look at the underlying issue and you heal that, then that symptom will go away. And of course, that person needs to choose, like that person's will, free will or choice is always included. So we cannot override the body. The greatest thing you might take away from the body whispering class is how not to override the body and how to actually receive the greatness of the body and the greatness of the miracles, the energy, and the possibilities that exist when you don't try and override everything in your life with your mind. So when we don't override the body, when we don't override awareness, when we don't override the whispers, that's when your body will change. That's when your life will change. That's when you will start to live a life that is so amazing, because you're not overriding it with your mind. You're not just trying to take over and control it and function from a fixed point of view. And we spend a lot of time doing that in the class, so don't worry. Then actually, do you have the answer to your question? It's 9th to the 12th of April is the Certified Practitioners Training.
Yes, thanks, Adila. I checked on that. I've been looking forward to something on that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cool. And someone's asked a question. Meenakshi's asked the question, can we work with autistic kids with body whispering session? Yes, I work with a lot of autistic kids. I work with a lot of kids on the spectrum. I work with a lot of kids with any kind of learning difficulty, all sorts of kind of when they are autistic as well, or they're on the spectrum, they will often have very particular behaviors, like only eating certain things, only being able to, cope in certain environments where things meet their level of requirement. So absolutely, I do a lot of body whispering with these kids. It works fantastically well. It helps them be more adaptable to their environment, not because we're trying to change them, not because something is wrong with them, but because they just don't have the level of communion that they could have because everyone's making them wrong or people don't understand them and their needs. And it allows the sessions and the facilitation work we do, half the time with the kids and half the time with the parents, but it creates a lot more ease for the family unit, and it allows that child to show up in a way that is often much more settled and much more productive in home, at school, in certain situations. Okay.
Thanks for that. I was thinking of including the parents, but you're adding to this. We made me come.
No problems. Suni is saying, what are the 3 aspects that is taken care of? So I was saying that the 3 levels at which we need to address things to truly change them are physically in our bodies, mentally in our minds, and then energetically with the energy that is required to change or be cleared. So, guys, doesn't time
Adila, I just register myself.
Yes.
Yeah, and I saw the manual is so small.
It's so what?
Manual is like very small. So it will be like more of practical you will teach in the class.
The manual is, I'm not sure if you're meaning like total pages. It's about I don't know, maybe a 30-page
Yeah,
manual.
about pages. I've not
Right.
read, only pages.
You haven't read it. Okay. If you start reading the content, you might change your mind about the content of the manual. The manual is there to, it absolutely goes very much hand in hand with the practical aspects of the class. So when you put together the information from the manual with the practice of what we're doing, we're often actually very pressed for time because there is so much information in there. It's actually a very comprehensive manual, meaning it's one of the few manuals, I've done many practitioner trainings across different modalities, that actually runs through everything that you are required to do in order to have best practice and to create the best results for your clients. So the reason we have the manual is I didn't want to put the whole class into the manual. That's not the point of the manual in this class. The point of the manual for this class is to have in writing the most important points that will never change in terms of how to work on the body and how to facilitate the sessions and how to address client practitioner relationships. Everything else is practical and it changes class to class depending on the group that is in the class, what things you would like to address, and what topics we cover in terms of, sometimes we spend a whole lot of time talking about money. Other classes, we spend a whole lot of time talking about changing something to do with relationships or whatever it is that that particular group of participants require. But the information in the manual is unchanging so that everyone that attends the classes at any time has the same baseline of information and the same way of doing or approaching their sessions.
Is there any difference in person and online? Like in person is better? Something like that?
Most people that have done both are saying they prefer online now because the sessions are just really incredible online. So what we are finding is, obviously it's wonderful to do classes in person. When we're in a room together, we actually create more limitation in the session than when we are working on people via distance. There is the ability to kind of work in a truly expansive and unlimited way without any projections and expectations of what the sessions need to look like and be like. So when we're doing online classes, what we're finding is people's ability to perceive the being and work energetically and have their body do the sessions on their partner is completely different. Because sometimes when you're in a room, not that we don't want to do classes or sessions together, but sometimes when you're in a room full of other people, your cognitive mind takes over more because you're then more focused on what you see, you're more focused on your partner's physical body. Maybe you're self-conscious about what you look like doing the sessions. Maybe you're looking around and looking at what everyone else is doing. So the online classes and sessions have been truly phenomenal for actually empowering you to do the sessions in the way that will work best for you and your body and create the greatest results.
Adila, hi.
Hi.
This is the first time I actually come across body whispering now.
That's so exciting. There's many of you saying that, and I'm just so
it's like my body's pushing, like you have to kind of at least enroll for the. It was just like, like you have to kind of meet her or, be in touch with her. So I'm just kind of curious. Is the first time I've ever come across something like this. So it's a little curiosity kind of thing that, will I be able to do this? Or, it's kind of, it's kind of a really bubbly kind of a feeling what I'm feeling. My body is jumping and it's one side my body is jumping and the other side is like, is it so easy that, that's the feeling I'm getting.
I love what you have asked, because you have just put into words what I think everyone says the first time they come across this. And Adi actually did a beautiful test. Well, he actually was sharing his experience in the last class, and we shared this clip yesterday about how he's saying it's so simple, anyone can do it, and yet at the same time it's so profound that it changes so much. And I think actually is Adi on, because he can actually say it better in his own words. But I just want to let everyone know that no matter what your previous level of experience, or whether you've come across body whispering or not, your body knows. And when you say to me your body is already feeling a certain way, or your body has brought you to the Zoom call and you're registering for the class even though you don't know why, and you're doubting, but you're doubting with your mind. And what's happening is the class has already started pulling and working and whispering with your body and giving you the information and tools you need to start functioning as a body whisperer, where we don't pay attention to the doubts of the mind. We follow the whispers of the body and we create phenomenal results. But I don't know if any of the other body whisperers want to share their experience, but before I started body whispering, I was doing many different modalities. I still do many different modalities, and it's not about not having done it before or doing it before. It is just this amazing energy that is very, very advanced, but it doesn't preclude you from being able to do it. It's kind of like, if you think about how complicated most things are, we don't actually understand how they work. Like our bodies are a great example. Our bodies are extremely profound. We don't know, like in my point of view, we have like less than 1/10 of the information regarding what actually happens in our bodies, how amazing our bodies are. How does your body do everything that it does? How are you this walking, talking organism? Until something goes wrong, you don't even stop to think about the millions of things your body is doing every minute to be functioning and to keep you alive. Yet it does not preclude you from living your life in your body and having a wonderful time while you do it, and having a profound experience at being here. And that's kind of like what this energy is. Even though it's very vast and advanced, it doesn't stop anyone from being able to utilize it and have amazing results with it.
Adila, I have another question. May I just quickly ask?
Sure.
I have a case of somebody who's suffering from rheumatoid arthritis and severe pain. Can we do body whispering twice a day?
Yeah. Just follow the whispers. We always ask the body. So in this work, the body is the boss. Awareness is the boss. The true awareness of what the body requires is the boss. And so, can you do body whispering twice a day? Yes. Should you do it twice a day for that particular body? Just ask the body. On some days it will say, yes, I require multiple sessions. On other days it'll say, actually, I'm fine. And other days it'll say, I don't need a session today at all. Do it tomorrow. Okay. So always ask the body. Okay, last bit of information as we start to wind up.
Akila, I have just one question. So when we do this online class, and if at all required to do a live session with someone, is that works the same way?
No, because of what's happening, because of COVID, guys, that is not a requirement right now. So we will partner you up in the class. We will give you a virtual partner. You'll have multiple partners over the 2 days, so you practice it on different people via distance. If you are with someone in person, you are more than welcome to do it on them in live, so you get that experience. But I will show you how to do it on a person in real life when you're in the same room as them, so you know, and you can start doing it as soon as the class is over. Ideally, once the world starts to, open up again and there aren't restrictions on travel and meeting up with people depending on where you are in the world, then we will start having live classes again. There are POPs happening in India. So we've got pop-up venues happening where you can actually attend the class with a host who's hosting a group of people in one location. That is happening in Bangalore. So you can contact Rashmi or Dattu for that. It's happening in Delhi. You can contact Sangeeta Kochar. It's happening in Pune. You can contact Tamanna Mahajan. It's happening in Ahmedabad, and you can contact Arun, and I don't know his surname, Rashmi, so if you could put that into the chat, that would be great.
Arun Jain.
Arun Jain. Okay. So we've got 4 POPs happening in India. If there's a POP happening somewhere else in the world, I don't know about it yet, so let me know. But so if you can do it in person, or if there's people around you that you can practice on during the class, that's fantastic. It is not a requirement right now because of COVID, because a lot of us do not have access to multiple bodies right now, okay? As the world starts to change again, we will start to look at what else is possible. In the class, we do the body whispering session. It is a process, okay? It has a beginning protocol, and then there's the middle part, and then there's a finishing protocol. You learn how to do that. You learn how to do it for yourself. So you can do a body whispering session for yourself at any time. You also learn how to do it on other people, and you learn how to do it in different situations or for different outcomes. It's an energy and a protocol that includes the energy of the earth, the energy and the whispers of your body, of your intuition and awareness. And it brings all of it together so that you're functioning as a whole. You're not just functioning from one level of existence, or, as I've said, cutting off your awareness of the world around you, or the universe, or the planet. Is there any other questions, comments, or queries? Is there anything else you guys require or desire from this call?
So Adila, my question was, when I'm doing this and online, can I do it both? When I'm doing a session with a client, can I do it both online and in person, like over distance? When I'm doing a session with the client, I can do it over distance, and the same to the 2-day class, what we'll be learning, can that be applicable to one-on-one person also?
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yes.
So one doesn't have to separately do a live session, right? That's what my question.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because of what's happening in the world, this class will give you everything you need and you will be learning it online, but you will see me working on a person in person, so that in the room with me, so that you can take that and do it on a person in the room with you whenever you have the chance. Okay?
Okay.
So when you attend this class, you will walk away with a few things. You'll walk away learning and knowing how to do the body whispering session for yourself, how to do it for a client or a friend or a partner in person, how to do it for a client or partner via distance anywhere in the world. You can start charging for these sessions. You will receive the manual and you will receive the replays. You will also be added to our Body Whispering Practitioners group, where we have like a monthly meeting, and that group is always available on WhatsApp. So we always have people like doing swaps, asking to do swaps, asking, any questions you have, anything that's coming up. If you ask your questions in that group, someone will respond or I will respond, and in our monthly meetings, I will address all of your questions. So that is everything that you get from attending a body whispering class. Now, we have this class coming up, and we will probably have one more class in April before the advanced class to become a certified practitioner. I encourage you to reach out and do this class, or find out what your requirements are if you want to become a CP or a facilitator down the line. We will be releasing all of our other dates soon, but I can tell you right now, we have Business Whispering coming up next month, 6th and 7th of March. We have Baby Whispering coming up on the 20th of March, and then we have Certified Practitioners coming up 9th to 12th of April. There are so many wonderful things that the whispering world opens up for you. And the Life Whispering Institute is your certifying body, where we will be telling you more about that in the class and kind of as you progress on your journey. Okay. I wish all of you incredible healing and incredible communion and joy with your body, no matter who you are and where you are in the world. Today was about opening up the conversation. Maybe you've been looking for this information. Maybe you've been looking for this possibility. Maybe it's been whispering to you or pulling on you, and you don't know why. You didn't know why. And now you have this, and it's going to start to grow and expand in your world. Allow the whispers to communicate with you at all times. Allow your awareness to start speaking to you, no matter who you are and what your mind says or what you believe about something. Remember at the beginning of the call, I said everything that we experience, it can be a possibility or it can be a limitation. Look at the things in your life that are not working. Look at what you would like to change, and ask yourself that question. Is this a limitation or is this a possibility? And how am I making this possibility a limitation? Or how can I take this limitation and make it a possibility? What can I choose from here? Because the one thing we always have is choice. I've created my whole life and my business by using this body whispering method of listening to the whispers and following the whispers. And that begins with trust. Like, you have to learn to trust the information you receive and actually act on it. So that's a large component of the 2 days, is we spend getting you back in touch and trusting yourself when your whole life has probably been about not trusting yourself. Because from the moment we become a certain age, once we start walking and talking and going to school, the whole world around us is telling us that somebody or something outside of us knows greater, is a greater authority, and we should listen to them. We should give up our knowledge, our knowing, our awareness, and our power to everyone and everything around us and outside of us. And body whispering is about coming back to you and coming back to your power and potency and being present in your life and creating your life from that space. That's why it is so effective. That's why it works, because I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you to listen to your own knowing and apply that to your life and trust it, follow through with it, and you will see the results that it starts to create. Your whole life changes from this. It's not just about changing your body, but your body will change. The pain will go away. You will have more possibility. And I would just love to invite you to that future, because I do believe now is the time. I do believe it's a special time in the world. A lot's been going on, and I don't think we're here by accident right now, okay? So that is not only my invitation, but it is what I would love for us as a world, is to have that healing and empowerment. So thank you so much, everyone. I think that we have gone over time today, but it's been so much fun and it's been so nice to chat to you all. And if you do have questions, queries, or comments, we will be sending out this replay. We will be sending you all the links out as soon as possible. But if you still have questions, just send an email to admin@dradilarafees.com. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you somewhere sometime soon. Keep following the whispers.
Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thanks, Adi. Thank you.